Hey there, beautiful people. It's Dina coming at you with Dina's Daily Dose. Today I wanted to talk to you about comparison. I'm sure everybody listening can understand what it's like to compare yourself to someone else. This is something that I've actually struggled with for a long time. I didn't realize how deeply that was ingrained in me and even in my family until God was really starting to work that out in me. So one of the things that I talk about here on this channel is, the mom life, the extreme mom life. So in that world, there's a lot of different journeys. Everybody's on a different journey. My journey is different than your journey. Our kids are different, even in a typical parenting situation, but especially in the extreme parenting situations where you can feel like you're doing something wrong as a mom because your child is having issues or your marriage is struggling or your health is struggling or whatever, and you're looking at somebody else and they're not going through the same thing. And so you can start to feel like you're not good enough, or when is it going to change for me? I went through a season of life where I felt like I was doing all the right things and I was, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. I was a good girl, God, I was serving you, I was doing everything, yet everything was still falling apart around me. And I didn't understand why I was pouring everything into, trying to make things better or even pouring into others. And yet God wasn't doing anything to change my situation. And so sometimes you have to go through the journey because it's you that needs to be worked on. And that was a big part of it. There was a lot of pride that was underneath the surface. And pride doesn't always look like, hey, I'm better than you, you're beneath me. It looks like, a victimhood. It looks like, selfishness or internalizing your problems. When you're always thinking about yourself and you're always thinking about, what you're going through, the pain of it, that is self-focus. It still operates in pride. And so I had to walk through that. Sometimes it's just the season that you're going through and God's still working things out in other people. And you're waiting, you're in the waiting season while God is working things out in other people. Sometimes it's not the right season for things to change because, the weight of what will be coming, you're not able to handle that. So let's say it's a financial situation. If God were to have blessed you or blessed me with finances before I was ready, I might not be a good steward of that. I might have forgotten where that came from and forgotten that it was God that blessed me and went back right into my old ways and not been able to handle that. So God knows what we can handle and what we can't and what we're ready for. It's never a punishment. It's never He's withholding from us. It's always something bigger than what we can see. And so that also comes into play when it comes into the comparison trap. God sees the bigger picture of everybody's lives. We're seeing, honestly, we're looking through the lens. Unless you're looking through the lens of your own family, you're looking through the lens on social media. Right now, you're watching me on a video, and you don't know what my life looks like behind the scenes. You see a pretty background, and, I got up today and curled my hair and put my makeup on, but you don't necessarily know what my day normally looks like. Today's been a pretty stressful day, and I've been trying to get everything done, and I wanted to make sure I took the time to share my story with you guys so it encouraged somebody. But things don't always look the way it seems. And so, we look through the lens of Instagram and social media, and everybody's throwing up stuff that looks overproduced and overprocessed, and we're putting our best photos of our kids, and we're putting filters on and contouring, so you can start to get into this, like, I don't look like that. That's not what real life looks like. I look at these other moms that, have these special needs kids, and they're putting their kids' pictures up, and they look so beautiful, and they're beautifully edited, and my kid's always, giving me a hard time. I can't even find one moment where I could take a decent picture of them. And I just feel like it's just an ongoing, never-ending struggle. Why is my life like this? But the thing is that God created us differently. We're all on our unique journey. Everybody's going through something. We don't know what everyone's journey is. We only see from a pinhole view. God sees the whole picture. And for us to compare ourselves to somebody else robs us of our own identity. It robs us of the joy in our life. It robs us of being able to be proud of the things that we've done right. If we're so focused on what we're not doing right or what somebody else is doing that we haven't been able to do or that we don't have, then we're missing what we do have, and we're missing what God has for us. And so I just want to encourage you. There's so much I could say about this subject, but just wanted to, give you a quick message today. I want to encourage you to embrace who you are. It's okay that you're in a mess right now if you are. It's okay that you have seasons of uncertainty. It's okay that you're not getting what you've prayed for yet. Trust that the God of the universe has a plan, and it's good for you, and it's for a hope and a future, and it's not to harm you. I promise you. Just because it might not be happening now does not mean that it's not going to happen. God redeems all time. God restores everything that was lost. Every moment that was lost, every tear that was cried, it matters to him. And so I just encourage you to embrace who you are, the messiness of you, who you are. Embrace your uniqueness with all the quirks and all the idiosyncrasies and all the things that other people might make fun of. Okay, that's who you are. That's who God made you. And so in this season, I've had to really grasp and accept the fact that God made me who I am. And it may not be what other people like. It may not be what I think other people are doing, especially when I try to create content or whatever. I'm watching videos and thinking like, wow, I don't know if I could do it like them. And what if I miss something? And honestly, I'm just going to do what God has called me to do. And I hope that God brings the right people. I hope that he brings the right people that need to hear this message. I really believe that God places the right people along our path, because that's happened to me. I wasn't even searching for it, and there were people that came along, whether it was through a video, through a sermon that I heard, or just a friend that God brought into my life that really enriched my life. So I just want to encourage you again. It's okay to be you, because God made you exactly the way you are. You may have some things you got to work out, because again, it's an always working out of this salvation and who you are. But embrace who you are, be proud of what you've accomplished, and it's okay that you don't have it all together. I love you, and not only does the creator of the universe love you, but I do. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.